Saturday, March 14th, 2020, and I'm here with one of our little corn snakes, Roberta Lincoln. She was hatched in July 2019, and she's one of a pair of Okeetee Cornsnakes that we got, and the shipper, actually the breeder, illegally shipped them. He didn't package them properly, he didn't have them shipped through a proper shipping service, and they were lost for 4 days in transit, and they arrived here. They're doing fine now, but they're quite tiny. I don't know what kind of a start they had before, but I had a little bit of a challenge at first getting them going. One of them, in fact, this little girl here, Roberta Lincoln, regurgitated her first or second meal, and so I had to keep her off food for a couple of weeks before I tried again. And unbeknownst to me, separating them when they arrived really stressed them out, and so this is my only set of corn snakes that I have cohabbed right now, because they're very relaxed and calm when they're living together, but when I have tried to separate them, they've started to exhibit yellow zone behaviors, signs of stress. So they're doing quite fine living together. They're very friendly with me. They come right up to the top of the tank when I want to get them out. And so that works out just fine, because then I can feed them out of their enclosure without them being stressed. What we're going to do right now with Roberta Lincoln is see what she weighs. And I can tell you that she's very, very tiny. We have a couple of other corn snakes that are her same age, and one of them is 29 grams and one of them is 33 grams, and they were also hatched in July of 2019, and she is 11 grams. So she's very tiny, but she's gaining weight. When she first arrived here, Roberta Lincoln was 6 grams, and so she's gaining weight. She has only regurgitated just the one meal. She's been keeping all her meals down. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to feed her anything other than a day-old Pinky until last week. She ate her first regular Pinky, and so I'm going to feed her another regular Pinky tonight. And I don't very often, well, I never show feeding videos just to show a feeding video. I've never thought that that was just really appropriate. I mean, we all know what snakes look like when they eat, and so I guess I've just never understood showing a feeding video just for the sake of watching a snake eat. The only time that you'll see me feeding the snakes is if it's during a training session or there's something educational revolved around that feeding. So I'm going to feed Roberta Lincoln tonight, and she has a very dramatic way of eating that I think is quite interesting, and so that's why I'm going to show that. Her Pinky is thawing out. I'm going to go get that, and then we're going to feed her, and she is being target trained, so I'm going to show you what that looks like as well. Okay, Roberta Lincoln, are you ready to eat? I'm going to set you down right here. You have to get off my hand for a second. Okay, here you go. Do you see your target ball? When you're target training snakes, remember that it's really important that you make sure they see the target. There she goes. Now she sees it. Nice job. And this is what I think is so unique about the way she eats, is she just curls up into a big feeding frenzy of a ball as she constricts and wraps that Pinky, and it's almost cute. So we're gonna leave her be to eat, and then we will feed her brother. Well, this is Gary 7. This is Roberta Lincoln's brother, and he arrived with her. I'm going to see what he weighs currently. She arrived at 6 grams and now weighs 11 grams, and he arrived at around 8 grams, and he is now 13 grams. So they are both gaining weight, and I'm really pleased about that. He's slightly more nervous than she is about being out of his enclosure and handling. Although he does come up to the top of the enclosure and he's willing to come out on my hand, he exhibits more nervous behaviors when he's out, and he's not quite as calm as she is to remain on the scale or stay in the feeding bin or stay in my hand. And he isn't comfortable enough right now to participate in target training, and so he's still eating in a little feeding tub here. And he's used to eating in here. He eats very, very well. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in his feeding tub, and then I will go get his dinner. Okay, are you ready to eat? There you go. Good job, Gary 7. Good job. Roberta Lincoln, you need to go back in your enclosure. You cannot come back out. You're not getting more food. You just shift yourself back in there. Thank you. Everybody for watching this evening. Roberta Lincoln and Gary 7 ate with no problem, and they're already back in their habitat, and hopefully they're just going to rest and digest and not be restless the rest of the evening. This is Normal. He is a corn snake that came from Port City Pythons, who was properly shipped and properly started and is just thriving. And I just weighed him, and he's 35 grams now, and he was hatched in July of 2019, the same month as Roberta Lincoln and Gary 7, who you just saw. Normal's very outgoing. This is his third or fourth time out today, and it's not because I've gone and sought to get him out. It's because he comes to his enclosure front and he starts pushing on his door, and he wants out, and he loves to just explore and climb around, whether it be on me or on one of our activity stations or on a snake tree or on the table or in cardboard boxes. He is just a very, very, very outgoing little corn snake, and I'm really thrilled to have him. But I thought, since I didn't want to handle Roberta Lincoln and Gary 7 right after they ate, and again, it's only their second time eating a regular pinky mouse, I didn't want to push my luck. So I had them shift directly back into their habitat after they ate. I didn't handle them, and as I was over here cleaning things up, Normal was at his enclosure door pushing on it again today, so I opened it up and he came right out. And I thought, as I did my closing, that I might as well have a snake with me, because everybody loves to see snakes, and I know I do. And I'm more apt to watch a video if somebody's holding a snake than if somebody's just up there talking. And so Normal was kind enough to accommodate that. Everybody, until next time, please remember to always be kind and love your animals.